have to get used. I'm gonna have to get used to going live once the Keefe trial and stuff starts. All right. Curry, thanks for coming in. Marky. Let's see. John Cutter. Yeah, I was just saying I got to get used to going back live again because it's been so long since me and Reggie have gone live that kind of rusty on it. But with the trial coming up, there's going to be so much stuff coming out, and then live coverage to do. So we got to get ready to get a bunch of notifications in about 10 days if it actually ends up going that far. Let's see. Captain Soap 64, thanks for joining. Details. Trey AS 847. Morgan approved me. Nice. DJ Coleman, thanks for coming in. Let's see if I can get Reggie. We got like 70 people in here, so let me see if I can text them.
What up? What up? First, what y'all doing home on a Friday night? I'm a cripple. That's why I'm home. What y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be out having your girls at dinner, watching a movie? Maybe y'all gonna do it tomorrow. Maybe y'all home tired from work. How y'all doing? Just chilling, huh? Yep. So we ain't gonna keep y'all all night like we used to do on these lives. We're gonna make it right quick. We just got a new fresh interview that I know a lot of y'all haven't seen yet. Just came out with Keefe D. I don't know why in the world his new attorney is letting this man talk. But he let him talk from jail. And y'all gonna hear a lot of stuff, boy. I'm gonna break it down piece by piece, so we're gonna be stopping the interview. So if y'all want to go hear it in live, Diana pin up the whole video in the comment section. If y'all want to hear it without me interrupting after I get through. But hey, y'all remember Reggie Wright told y'all? What did Reggie Wright tell y'all the nigga was gonna he was offered a deal? And then that lying ass attorney went on his channel and said, well, you know what? I try to tell y'all, I gotta listen to the attorneys when they use words.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm not currently in negotiation. Yeah. I told y'all, but Keefe D about to tell y'all, yeah, they offered me 10 to 25 or 15 to 25 years, but I'm not taking that. I just told y'all it was a deal was offered. Choke, no joke, snitch ass, no joke. Had a field day. He called me in. The one thing I finally agreed with the groupie, well, I know the groupie got it from me. I know he got it from me, and he piggyback off me. But he went off on me and the groupie talking about we making up content and we lying. And no deal was offered. Even my boy Almighty Trey. Everybody say it's me that be answering in the goddamn comment section. He even checked me on him. Reggie, the attorney said Keefe D wasn't offered a deal. I said, man, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. I brought this shit up. I deal with people in niggas' families. Man, y'all just don't know how Reggie Wright was in Compton. Know everybody in that city. It ain't nobody that come on this YouTube stuff that ain't gonna tell y'all that they don't know Reggie Wright from Compton. If I don't know them personally, they either because they under 30, but I bet you I know a sister or a brother or their daddy or auntie or somebody. But y'all don't get it. I get it. I understand. That's why I don't even get mad at people when they come at me that ain't from out here. I only get mad at niggas that's from Compton that come and try to check me and call me out on shit. So we're about to break this video down right quick, and then we'll take some questions because I know a lot of y'all have some questions. But we're going to break it down because I'm about to just tell you what a prosecutor would do with this interview. Why, once again, why his attorney allow him to do this? It's almost malpractice, y'all. And I thought he was a decent attorney. He talks well. He's a media whore. He's a media whore, but he seems to speak well. I better be nice to him because he's gonna be fucking with me because guess who got a subpoena? I will be in court, and I ain't scared to tell it. Y'all know I'll tell it. But we're gonna break it down. Y'all hear it. Y'all go over there and tell that snitch no joke. Don't ever call Reggie right out saying Reggie lying about when I put something out. Because y'all tell me one thing I got called on that was a lie. I make mistakes on dates. Can't pronounce shit to save my life. But a lie? No. No. All right, y'all. I'm tired of talking. So John play it, and I'll tell you when to stop. And
Okay.
then I'll just try to make y'all remember. Because y'all know this shit, just like I do.
Did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the matter. I wasn't in the matter, period.
Do you
All
regret
right,
the
stop.
book?
Stop. Let's stop. He wasn't in Nevada, period. Okay, well, that's his new claim. He better say that. He better hope I don't use my friendship with Mob James to get Mob James to come to court and tell what he saw. He better hope Foxy Brown don't get subpoenaed and tell him how him and Zip was talking outside the courthouse. I mean, in the parking lot or whatever. I still don't believe the part about the gun. I still don't believe that, but who knows? Who knows? But that's what he said. Let's go, John.
In the interview?
Yeah, I was just after the money, and they said I was covered. I did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay, John,
Did
stop.
anyone tell you?
Okay. So you did it for the money. All right. You did it for the money, and because money on this YouTube stage didn't start getting offered until like 2000. Shit, Vlad wasn't even paying in 2018, 2019. So Vlad started paying about 2019, 2020. But he said he did it for the money. Okay. Well, Mr. Davis, you told the same story in 2008. Mr. Davis, you told the same story in 2011. Who gave you money? Now, I know you'll say, well, I was trying to save my family life. Oh, I tried to save my family life. You remember he said that. Man, I'm a hero in my time. I saved my sister's life. I saved my brother's life. How can they be mad at me? Y'all remember that interview? I saved everybody. I saved the whole community. Y'all don't remember that, huh? Okay. But what money was being offered then, y'all? He went to Vegas PD, and he did it with LAPD task force, the federal task force. Greg Kading's in there. And then went and told the same story later in 2012. Who offered you money then? Who? Think Vegas PD offered you money? All right, let's go.
you know what I'm saying? And
But did anyone tell you maybe it's not a good idea to do that because they might arrest you after they hear you say that or read it in your book? Like, did anyone close to you say, not a good idea?
that was the ghostwriters. I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. Just read the book. You know why.
Okay, stop. That part I believe. He don't know nothing about Frank Sinatra and all of that. But why do y'all think they raided not Tupac, Keefe D house late at night? Well, they did the late at night probably for safety. But they raided his house in what, 2023? Y'all think they were looking for a gun? Do y'all think they were looking for bullets? I won't tell y'all a secret. No, they were looking for computers and notebooks and whatever, where he was going back and forth with that book writer, giving his input. Come on. That's what they were looking for. They weren't looking for no fucking gun. In 2023? No. They were looking for evidence of him corresponding with the writer of that book. All right, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And the black thing, the lady, she gave me $150,000.
But then when I
All right.
look, I was
When was Vlad paying
That's out.
$150,000?
That's out. That's out. Yeah. 150,000. What he mixed up, he's mixed up. He got nervous, y'all. I'm gonna cover him on this. I heard he got 80,000 for that interview with Ben Crump and my girl Stephanie Fredericks and Lolita, the lady with the red wig. Y'all remember Lolita? The one that hold my boys from Compton Cops write their book. Lolita Styles or something. I forget her name. But I heard they gave him about 80,000 for that. Or maybe was he on the one with Fox? With Ice-T?
I don't.
'Cause
I just remember him on Death Row Chronicles. I don't remember him on any of the
Okay,
other ones.
well he might. That's so he went on the Ben Crump one either. Okay, then you're right. You're right, John. It was the
Okay.
Death Row Chronicles with
Yeah.
Mike Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's the one. So he might have got. I never heard 150. Never heard 150. But trust me, he ain't got no 150,000 out from Vlad. And no disrespect to Vlad, but Vlad, shit, Vlad stopped when y'all heard that boy. Shit, Boosie got mad at him for giving up 50 to 6ix9ine.
Mhm.
So y'all know now. Trust me, y'all. Vlad ain't getting no 150. So I think Keefe misspoke on that, y'all. I don't think he was purposely trying to lie. So let's go.
The lady, she gave me $150,000.
But then when I look, I was watching the interview this week and the way you sort of go through it by play, like then this happened, then this happened. It's very believable.
Stop. I told y'all this is a white lady, right?
Mhm.
Older white ladies and all that. You see, she
Yeah.
says very believable. I always tell y'all, these people that's gonna be in the jury, they're not us on YouTube, all us, that like to argue everything, government, conspiracies, and all this. That lady right there is the makeup of your jury, the type of people that be on your jury. Y'all hear what she said? Let's go, John.
Then this happened. It's very believable.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script. It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
When you
All
were
right, stop, y'all. Now, this attorney, unfortunately, his name was Higgins. Everybody think I heard somebody, one of the YouTubers say, yeah, the African attorney and all of that. And they talking about Edie Fall. Edie Fall wasn't his attorney that sat there on the proffer agreement. The attorney was this guy named Higgins, Wiggins or something like that. Wiggins. He used to handle all the big time drug dealers back in the day. And he died though. He's no longer with us. But that's the attorney. But y'all see that smirk? Y'all see how he laughed?
Yeah.
Y'all see how he laughed when he said that they gave him a script. Okay. Sounds good. Well, sounds good. All right.
Script. It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
When you were talking in this interview about Tupac's murder and when you were doing this book, were you considering maybe his family at all?
No, I just did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm an innocent man. And they said, yeah, crib. I haven't been around that stuff
Stop. Y'all ain't hear all that? He's a Crip and all of that on these interviews? Y'all remember I was the Crip Mac. I was the Mac Crip when I went in jail the last time. I wish I had the time. I wish I had somebody that would break all these. But me and John just can't do it. With the add all of this, but the DA office need this. Y'all remember? I'm the Mac Crip. What else he said about being a Crip? His attorney in open court.
Mhm.
His attorney in open court said that he's a shot caller for the Southside Compton Crips. Huh? Huh? Now he said he ain't no Crip. Oh, y'all ain't heard that yet. I interrupted it. Go ahead, John, so they could hear. He denied being a Crip now. But he was a mad Crip.
Yeah, Crip. I haven't been around that stuff since like 89. I stopped that stuff, pulled up my pants.
89?
I'm not.
That nigga say 89? I thought, Keefe. Oh, Keefe. The whole time in the 90s. All right. And I always said he wasn't Darnell Brim now. He mainly was a Crip, but he was a leader with the drugs and all of that.
Mhm.
There's two sets of Southside Crips. There's what they call the Bird Street Boys, which those niggas was some good money man, but shit. But that's where Michael DeRoe was from. That's where Orlando was from. That's where Duck was from. And then you had the ones over there, the Glencoe boys. That's where Glencoe Kell was from, which was really a Hoover. That's where Spanky was from. That's where Lil Spanky was from. That's where the other Duck was from. That's where Goon was from. That's where my boy Donnell Brill was from. Man, I can go on and on about this shit, y'all. But go ahead. He said he wasn't a Crip since 89. Okay.
Stop that stuff, pulled up my pants. I'm not no leader or Crips or none of that stuff. That's wrong. They just trying to make their case look good or something. He's a leader of the Crips. He's way up there in the Crips.
Your attorney said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Your attorney said that. Your attorney said that, Mr. Davis.
There's no color line. I'm messing with Bloods, Crips, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You did that. You messed with Glenn, you messed with my nigga Zeke. Well, no, he messed with Fink. Well, you said you was Fink boss. You remember when he was telling me, oh, nigga, that was my shit. That was my drugs you got. Reggie, those 63 kilos.
Yeah.
Well, Fink, you remember he argued with me about that. I wish that nigga would have paid me back my money if he was the shot caller, if he was the boss. Oh, Keefe. I guess that was a lie, too. Go ahead.
Crips, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I was just one of the leader of the Crips. I helped some like get that record company together. You know what I'm saying? And why would I kill the guy that's making us the most money?
Keefe D, tell us one penny you got from a check from Death Row. One check. You, Harry O. Well, Harry go got some settlements from Interscope. Or the guy that was your boss. I ain't gonna say your name. His name, because I'm actually scared of him too. Yeah, I ain't scared of nobody, but I sure don't want to be at war with that nigga. So I ain't gonna say his name either. He out here trying to do positive things in life now. But Keefe, you making money off of Tupac now? All right. All right. Respect, Amber. Glad you made the lie. Yeah. You know he was lying red. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
The
guy.
guy that's making us the most money. So that's rapper back then. Why would I kill our money like that? It don't make sense.
Because he beat the shit out of your nephew. He beat up on your nephew.
Let's see what he says there. Suge Knight will tell you that I didn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Sugar tell you anything. Sugar tell you Tupac's a lie.
Yeah.
That's why he ain't getting subpoenaed to court. They don't want him. Reggie, what about the $60,000? Yeah. That was given. That was done between the attorneys. Yeah. Ain't nobody. That's game and game. He just got, you're going to always have some nutcases in here. Where, yeah. Hey, that was to get him to come to court to try to stop Suge from going to prison for those 9 years. If you want to know the motherfucking real, we would have probably gave him $1 million if it would have worked. We gave $600,000 to what was those niggas' names? To Mark Anthony Bell for getting slapped, so he wouldn't go to the police. A lot of motherfuckers got paid off back then, trying to keep Suge out of jail. All right, let's go.
Our money like that. It don't make sense. She'll not gonna tell you that I didn't do it. So,
Has the DA's office offered you any plea deals, and would you consider a plea deal?
I'm not gonna take no plea deal because I didn't do nothing.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And I'm 63. I had a cancer battle, and I got 3 stents to my heart.
let's stop. Let's stop right there. Keefe, you're supposed to stick to the script. You didn't get a plea deal. See, this how are we gonna believe you stuck to the script about what Greg Kading and them supposed to wrote down for you? But you can't stick. Now watch, I just heard him saying that I ain't got no plea deal. I ain't taking no plea deal. Let's keep going.
And I got 3 stents to my heart. And the average American lives to like 74 years old. 10 years, I'm dead. So what I don't like taking a deal, you know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something 10 and 25. I'm not gonna do that.
So he just said he heard it was 10 to 25.
Yep.
I'm not going to do that.
No, rewind that again. Rewind that again so they can hear. So Choke's no joke bitch ass can hear when he calling Reggie Wright a motherfucking liar just because his attorney playing word games with him and he don't know. Reggie Wright said what? Reggie Wright said you was on for 15 years. Choke no joke said Reggie Wright and the groupie is a motherfucking lie. Cause his attorney played word games with him and said I'm currently not in any negotiations with Las Vegas investigators. Well, Keefe, I talked to people in your family, and they told me this. So why your attorney don't know? What'd he say?
4 years old. 10 years, I'm dead. So what I don't like taking a deal, you know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something 10 and 25. I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, I ain't gonna beat up dead horse. They offered him 10 to 25. I heard it was 15. Choke said he wasn't offered any deal. His attorney went over there on Choke's channel and said he wasn't currently, he didn't say I wasn't aware. See, I gotta really listen to what motherfuckers say. That's why y'all don't understand a lot of things I say, because y'all don't listen. He said, I'm not currently in no negotiations. As soon as he said, I'm not currently, I was like, okay, he got a way out. He got a way out. All right, over here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take a deal like that. And I have, especially after I haven't done nothing. I'm innocent, man.
How concerned are you that you'll be convicted after this trial and you won't get to spend your final years with your family?
Yeah, I think the Ninth Circuit Court is gonna let me go. I think they're gonna let me go because it's not right. I'm gonna be all right though.
Let's stop.
God.
Let's stop right there. All right, so y'all know what the Ninth Circuit Court is? That's an appeal court. That's an appeal court. Now, I don't know if they got an appeal in or something right now. They might. But it sounds to me like he's conceding that he's gonna be pleading out or been found guilty and gonna take it to appeal. Now he better learn from Suge Knight. You can't take a plea deal and then try to appeal it. Unless you got what? Only one way you can take a plea deal and then try to appeal it. And operable or bad attorneys. So he already throwing his attorney under the bus? Okay.
Yeah, let me go because it's not right. I'm gonna be all right.
Hey, monitor. Hey, I can't deal with this game guy. We don't do that over here. So either send him away or something. All right, let's go.
Because God upstairs, he got me. He know I am this. Yeah. And I hate I put my family in jeopardy like this. So that's one regret I have.
Juries.
All right, y'all. So hey, I hope y'all understand what I was trying to do. I mainly just wanted to show that when I tell y'all something over here on Ball First, it's generally, I'm telling y'all, I get shit from people. And I just hate when y'all go listen to a motherfucker in New York that was fucking Rockefeller slapdog. He was their slapdog. They used to slap him around like a little bitch. Y'all ever heard of a nigga talking about they hit on me at Death Row? Shit, y'all better believe. Yeah, okay. Well, Daz did, huh? Dad said he used to wrestle with me all the time. But yeah, but I did what Tupac say. What Tupac say? That's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Yeah, okay, so I guess Dad slapped me around. Yeah. I wish Dad would have slapped me around. Man, that nigga would be, y'all wouldn't. Well, anyway. So yeah, Chuck, no choke, no snitch, no joke. Snitch, no joke. You're wrong again. You're wrong again. I hate to help the groupie be right, but you're wrong again,
He
Joe.
just took your news and made a video out of it. That's all he did. The
Who
groupie,
did?
the groupie, he just took your news and made a video out of it and acted like
Yeah,
he started
yeah,
it. He didn't have
yeah,
any sources.
exactly. So we're gonna take a few questions. Hey y'all, I gotta shout out. Y'all been on me about my Morgan and Morgan commercials, but man, that paid for me and John's summer. Me and John gonna have a good summer. So if y'all can, any of y'all love us, any of y'all like, yeah, I want to send y'all a super chat, but I can't. And y'all save up because my birthday is coming up Wednesday. Y'all niggas better cash out me some money. I don't put it up on the Wednesday video. Y'all better send y'all boys some money. But the main thing is go for those of y'all that love us, want to support us, go on those videos for the last 3 months. We got one. I know most of y'all can't do the $25,000 one because y'all don't have businesses. You know, I don't have a business make 25,000 no more, so I can't do it. But so I ain't shitting on nobody. Trust me, your ass get up and go to work at McDonald's. I respect you. But any working man, I respect. I don't care where you work at. But what I was gonna say. But there's one about people that got their data breach on Under Armour. Fill it out. See what happens. You know, you might have forgot about buying something online or something like that from Under Armour. Just fill it out. See what you can. And there's one about people that having issues with YouTube that's a little further back, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, maybe a month ago. If y'all can, fill that one out. It'll really, hey, you might get a chance to get $1,000. Because it's just like, you know, those things with cars where they just send you money, they already got the money, and they just looking for a bunch of people to send money to so they can tell the courts we paid out, you know, money on the settlement. So see what happens. We're gonna take a few questions, and then me and John really gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna hold John too long because I just saw this interview. Actually, I'm in the group text, so shout out my boy B Dash and Johnny Coop and AGTV. And they brought this and we was talking about it. And I said, fuck this. Me and John about to go live. So shout out to those my four brothers over there. And D Ward, not D Ward. My boy D Will is usually on it too, but he wasn't on this one. So shout out to them for bringing this video. Because it only been up for about 2 hours. So a lot of, you know, of course the YouTubers gonna grab it, gonna bite off of it and try to make it like they got this breaking news, but it's all good. Fuck it, I don't care no more. Y'all know where to go when y'all really want to know the truth. So Angela Travis, appreciate you wanting to catch a live, and I'm glad you did. So I'm gonna try to go down the list of questions and try to answer them right quick, and then we're gonna jump off. Let's see. Okay, what up, DJ Coma? Respect. Okay, John, go ahead and just put them up. You
Okay, one asks, it's crazy because they have no murder weapon or evidence to place him there. Free Keefe
Yeah.
D. What's your response to that?
A lot of places don't have. I shit. Most of the murders that I ever put niggas in jail for murder, I didn't have the gun. Man, people get rid of the gun. So you, in your world, you kill somebody and go and run to the beach and get rid of it and get rid of it. Take one piece of the gun to Long Beach, take the other piece of the gun to Hermosa Beach, the other one to Huntington Beach. In your world, then nobody can go to jail for murder. Okay, wrong. Evidence to place him there. He said it in his own words. All of this is based on his own words. Where I think his attorney is being malpracticed at is he's not attacking. He attacked the book and he lost. He attacked the proffer session and he lost. What do you think, Grandma or Betty Joe or Aunt Susie or Aunt Jacqueline or, I don't want to be racist, Aunt Maria and Jose and Rick and Bob sitting on that jury when those things are played, that interview from Vlad and from Arts Channel and Cal Capone Channel, you think that's gonna you think when they hear that, they're gonna be like, is this guy crazy? Don't y'all remember I used to always say, Keefe D go to jail, he need to do what? Y'all remember Reggie Rice saying, be putting shit in his face every day, wiping shit on his face and playing crazy? Because that's the first thing they're gonna be. He's not crazy, right? He's not crazy. Why would he say these things if it's not true? All right.
Here's something, Reggie, from a day ago on thesource.com that says Davis's attorney, Mike Shaft, has filed a motion seeking dismissal of the murder charge, arguing that the Clark County District Attorney's Office failed to build a case supported by sufficient evidence. Speaking with the U.S. Sun, he said prosecutors should have never charged his client and went as far as saying law enforcement owes Davis a written apology. So I think in that
John be a little bit beyond y'all. For all you people that's on here now, yeah, that's the one that's the case that he lost in court. That the judge ruled against it. They just probably wrote that. That was pretty much when the judge ruled against it and said, now the case can proceed and the tapes and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when the attorney say that they should apologize to Mr. Davis and let him out.
Yeah.
They said apologize to Keefe and let him out. Now that was just an old article from that hearing that was done about 2 or 3 days ago, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay. He didn't take a plea deal. Let's see. Reggie, do you think Keefe will say if he does take a plea deal that Diddy offered him money?
He done already said that. He done already played that hand. He didn't already play that hand, but there's nothing they could do without evidence of it. One thing you can't do is this. That's what people can't do. You got to have more to support things. Because I can just go and say, hey, me and so-and-so did it. We killed them. They had investigated, but you got to have more to it. You got to have more to it for it to go arrest somebody. That's why I always laugh when people be like, Keefe D, he gonna tell on you. Well, if they don't have no conversations or no money or, I mean, I swear, I ain't never seen Keefe D in person until, well, I might have saw him I'm not even sure if I saw him at that video shoot that he came with. I think, I don't remember seeing him, but he talked about it. And I know he was definitely there because he explained it well. That was at 69 and I.
For the basketball game.
Hold on. I ain't seen him at the basketball game, but the 69 and I owe you one. I should have talking about the basketball game or something.
Gotcha.
But the one time that I know that I saw Keefe D, and I laugh, I always laugh. His wife used to work at this grocery store called Henry's in Corona, and he was up there, and I kind of knew that was her that worked up there because my wife and her know each other from Compton, you know. And yeah. And so I kind of knew it was her, but I never had no problems with her. You know, that's a white wife. And I very rarely went to Henry's. Y'all want to know why? Why Reggie Wright never went to Henry's? Because that's a healthy food place. That's where you mainly go to get vitamins and shit like that, and healthy organic food and shit. You know, it's kind of like a Trader Joe's or something. And so anyway, and so I went in there to get my wife take some type of one a day vitamins, so Herbalife vitamins, something that they sell there. And I went in there to get some. And so when I was walking out, Keefe came over and walked up to me. And he go, "Hey, what's up, little Rich? You know who I am?" And I looked at him and I'll be honest, I didn't know who the fuck he was. But I kind of assumed, I can't honestly say if I knew, because I knew his wife worked up there, you know. And he goes, "I'm Keefe D from Southside Compton Crook." And I swear I laughed just like that when he said that. And I swear to God over my mama. I looked at that nigga and I said, "They still let you claim Compton Southside Crips?" Because, you know, I'm talking 2014 and all that. So, of course, the murder rap shit done been out and all that. And I just kept walking. He probably looked at me and said, "This motherfucker." So you always ask, well, how you get back reunited to that nigga and all of that? Well, you motherfuckers on this live is the reason. How did I get his phone number? That I don't remember. I got to figure that out because I know they might ask that. But y'all remember we started trolling him on here. And I told y'all I was in contact with him, but he wanted, was it $500 or $1,000? What, he wanted $750 to do the live interview with us?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not doing it. But I put it out to you guys on the live. I said, any of y'all want to answer the question, ask Keefe D any questions? If y'all willing to pay him $500, if y'all want to pay $500, then, or, you know, to ask Keefe D the questions, y'all can. I said, but me and John ain't giving y'all no money about that. Do y'all remember that? All right. Oh, somebody probably remember. And I put it out to y'all, and we overwhelmingly shot it down. Nobody ever sent me the money to do it, and everybody was like, and so that's when I think the BET shit had already been out with Mike Dorsey. Shout out Mike Dorsey, he did a great job with that. He don't get much credit or enough credit. I mean, I know Greg Kadings and his task force, yeah, but Mike Dorsey, y'all just don't know the things. He stayed on no DA ass in Vegas about, you know, you remember he had a petition out. Y'all forget about that in like 2017 or something. But anyway, I don't want to get Mike in no trouble. And so he really was helped spearhead it. And so what I say? So anyway, I got his number somehow. I forget how I got his number. And then I passed it. I think my boy, because y'all don't know one of my boys, my best friend. I mean, not best friend, but number 3 top friend, this dude named Lindell Johnson. Well, I didn't even say his name. Well, anyway, all right. But anyway, he got you know, baby mama shit. So anyway, hope his wife ain't listening. But anyway, and so that's probably who gave me the number. But gave the number to Vlad, gave the number to Art. I'm sure I'm the one who even gave it to Cam Capone. And that's why people always say, you the one who was giving him an interview. I was giving him numbers to people because I wanted him to tell the story. His book was already out. Y'all remember? Y'all think like we was friends? I was telling you motherfuckers not to buy the book. How many of you motherfuckers I sent that book to on email? How many of y'all? Y'all keep it real.
We
So
put
y'all
a
be
link
letting
to
me-
it at one
That's what I'm
point.
talking about. Yeah, we was like, man, y'all don't go buy that shit. Y'all want to read it? Here, email
Yeah.
me. Man, I probably sent 50 of y'all motherfuckers the copy of that book so y'all wouldn't go buy it. But y'all know y'all go let the snitching old jokes and all these motherfuckers. Yeah, he was helping him. Reggie was helping him. Yeah. If y'all only knew.
All right.
But
Somebody
anyway,
asked Reggie,
okay.
would you ever consider suing, or did you ever consider suing Russell Poole?
Well, Russell Poole was going based on information. All I ever said, Russell Poole was a bad investigator because he got one side tracked. I mean, y'all better believe Greg Kadings and his partners and all that looked at me. I seen a board one time where shit, I think I was in the top, like in the chain of hierarchy, like number
Yeah.
2 or number 3 on that board. So a lot of people will suspect it, but once you investigate shit, and then you don't just stick with one way. Then that's why I like a lot of you on Bond First. When I first came on Bond First and all that, how many of y'all thought I was guilty of sin, right? And then as I kept talking and talking, then y'all was like, "Oh, this nigga too dumb to have did that," or whatever whatever your thought was. And and that's why I always just said, and I believe Russell Poole, once he got to know me, ever talk to me, he would have came around. I think he would have came around by now. Y'all boy Nick Broomfield did. Remember Nick Broomfield? He was convinced. He came out about 2 years ago and apologized. I got it wrong. So I believe people. Randall Sullivan. Y'all heard anything from him? He don't talk about this shit no more. But anyway, yeah. But the answer to your question is no. Because Russell was going on. Kevin Hackey and I talk once a week now. I believe Kevin Hackey probably believed I had something to do with the murder at the time. Kevin Hackey don't believe that no more. Kevin will tell you in a heartbeat. He done sent several emails. He won't talk. Kevin is one of those niggas. I guess he keep hearing Keefe D talking about he got $150,000 and all that shit. He really believed that's what the interviews were worth. And Kevin, I'd be like, Kevin, he'd be like, Reggie, why are you selling yourself cheap for this shit? He gets mad at me once a week. Kevin be like, Reggie, would you stop giving me free interviews? Would you stop? But yeah. Shout out.
All right. Somebody said, Reggie, what do you mean by your orchestra? Orchestra?
Not nothing to do with those things. I said the orchestrator. I always talk about
on the
that. I'm
Vlad
like,
interview.
what?
It said it happened on the Vlad interview.
No, I didn't say it on that.
Okay.
But I said I orchestrate. I always say, y'all always talking about, "Ray, you can't fight. You too fat. You can't even make a fist." And I just be like, I never. When I was out there doing shit, when I took all those motherfuckers to the Soul Train Music Awards and tore up shit there. I ain't talking about the one with the gun thing with that was Suge and them thing. I'm talking about later in life when I was running shit. I ain't touched nobody. But who you think was making that shit happen? When man, yeah, I ain't getting myself in no trouble. But yeah, several times I make shit happen. When Snoop got the shit slapped out of him and was up there talking to him, and him and Daz went running to the police. They got guns. They got guns. They got guns. Who you think took all those niggas up there and make shit happen? Who you think? That's what the orchestrator mean.
Okay, DJ Coleman said that on Lana's podcast, the current attorney said that there were no plea deals offered while he's been on the case. Different wording than what he said on Choke. Maybe it was offered before this guy was brought on the case?
I don't think so. That ain't the information I got. But even then, you read the case file, you know something like that. That's the first thing you would know. He knew. He was just playing word games, though. He's just playing word games. That attorney don't want Keefe D to be offered no deal. He don't want because he would have got pressure from his family, his wife, everybody. Do y'all know a 15-year deal right now for Keefe? Keefe is 7 years. 7 years left. Him and Sugar be getting out the same time, 2034. They both would be, how old y'all? 70 years old. He said 74 years is his lifespan, but I think it's 77 now. So that means he have seven more years to be with his grandkids. and his kids and stuff. And so I'm sure your family, if they really love you, they'll be like, hey, I want to be able to. I don't want you to have to. We have to come and get you from no prison, and bury you in a box or something like that. Come home, spend the last 7 years and shit. My daddy gonna be 80. He's gonna be 80 next. We having a big birthday party for my daddy next month in September. Gonna be 80 years old. My daddy better shape than I am. So some of us live past 70, 77. So I think that's what the conflict be, and because this attorney is obviously for him to let Keefe D do that interview is stupid, y'all. When that nigga cried on ABC, that was one thing. This attorney is a accident injury attorney that wants fame. And y'all go look at the movie The Client, and y'all will understand this attorney. This dude is about the fame. Y'all know Keefe D didn't have $75,000 to bail out. Or well, I guess they said 112 is what Wax said it was. I guess Vegas is a little higher than California, because in California, $750,000 bill, it's only $75,000. And so y'all think he had money to pay for attorney? Now that's where I would have put my money at first. I would have been, on a good attorney. But my point is, trust me, this dude is doing this for the fame and attention and the notoriety that he's been getting. He done been on about 5 different channels. And the notoriety he's going to get if he luck up and get acquittal. Oh, he'd be the new Johnny Cochran if he luck up and get an acquittal. But definitely, yeah.
Yeah, what I don't understand is like people that like this comment that say it sounds like a police cover up, dude, and all this stuff.
Yeah, those
Are they
people
not
don't believe.
remembering that this guy had a proffer deal in 2008 and basically, for selling those drugs, he basically said, you can tell us a story, but if anything is a lie or left out, then you can be charged. So why wouldn't he tell it all just right then and there?
But more importantly, this is what everybody really forgets. LAPD. If they're going to be writing a script, what they going to be writing a script about?
Biggie.
Yes, that's what everybody forget. Man, I can't wait to that DA in Vegas DA. Be like, if you're going to write a script, Greg Katie's and them didn't give a fuck about Vegas PD murder. They cared about Biggie Small murder. So that's what the script will be about. If it's a lie. If we playing lie games and all that. They were trying to get the city of Los Angeles out of that $400 million judgment or claim. They didn't care about what was going on in Vegas. Keefe D is the one that said, it's not about Tupac. I mean, about Biggie.
Oh yeah, that one went nuts. Yeah. He said that one went nuts. And they were like, what do you mean that one?
Yeah.
And that's when he said, yeah, Tupac.
Yeah. But y'all forget all that because the clowns don't tell you all of that. They don't tell you all of that. I'm so tired of hearing motherfuckers. Reggie, why did John get that keyed up? Why did you tell him no guns? Why did you tell him no guns? Reggie, you didn't even come to the house. You was in entourage. Well, there's a attorney that's out there by the name of George Calise. That'll be like, huh? Mr. Davis, attorney. I keep telling them, y'all, they better stop listening to people like Snitch No Joke and them. And then, I know this shit. But this is what, to all of y'all that been typing, the no gun thing. The no gun thing. Listen to this right quick.
in this particular time when I got to Vegas the night before September 6th. On September 7th, we had a meeting at this attorney's office. And at this attorney's office, his name was George Clinesis, something like that. And we were told by him, this attorney, that we couldn't carry our guns and this and that, blah, 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 to the club that night. And it was three of us, like Michael Moore was one of them, myself, and Al Gittins, who is still with Snoop to this day, said, no, we carrying our guns. We're going to, we worked it out to where we were going to carry our guns, but we were going to have to leave them in our car while we were inside the club. Okay. And that's how my gun ended up in my car and not on my person that day. And I didn't have time to get my gun because my gun was on the other side of the valet where I had parked earlier that day. And when Pac and Suge was ready to go, they were ready to go. And I couldn't get to my car. I had a SL 500 also, at that time. And I couldn't get to it, so I didn't have it. And Pac, I was getting in the car with Pac and Suge. I literally had my hand on the back door, opening the back door. And Pac stopped me and turned and said, hey, Frank, here's the keys to Kadada's car. You go drive with the Outlaws so you could be our designated driver and drive us back after we leave the club.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to answer that no gun question no more in life. I swear I'm not. All right. But anyway, so people say, oh, it was Raphael and Kevin Gaines and all them. Why would they do that for Suge Knight or Reggie Wright? See, that's the stupid shit, y'all. Everybody know these dudes were so loyal to Kevin Gaines that they went and tried to set up another cop, sold drugs out and signed that cop's name. That's where the old Liga and all of that shit come up. For killing Kevin Gaines. One thing about me and Suge Knight, every woman that we ever had in life, we think we can get back. Especially the ones that we married or the ones we put a baby in. Do y'all think Suge Knight is the type of nigga? He's a bitch ass nigga. But Suge Knight is not the type of nigga that gonna be paying no nigga, no cops, no drug dealers, no basketball players, no nothing. Be giving them no money, letting them hang around. That's fucking on his wife. We're not that type of niggas.
That, and when Rafael Perez got in trouble, he told on 70 officers that were involved in misconduct. Why would he leave just 2 people out or 3 people out?
Yeah.
That's the conspiracy world. That's the conspiracy world where they don't trust anything. They think everything's a fucking setup.
Yeah, people, why y'all say we? When you're stupid and you're a clown and you're an idiot, just please say I. Say no, I can see through your lies. Don't say we, because you can see everybody over here, they don't believe that bullshit that y'all be over there with that snitch and that groupie, all in the comment section be preaching. That's how people forget. When Pac died, everyone was true Pac fans, wanted revenge. And Biggie had to go. What up, Buster Town, BC? Respect. Reggie, they say your dad was in Vegas. That's not true. My dad was not in Vegas. My dad never came around a death row event. The whole time my dad was respected by the death row guys, but my dad was trying to put most of those niggas in jail. If you want to keep it real. No one is offering you interviews. What? What? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We know you did it, and you said, fuck that nigga. Yeah, I said, if. See, that's what people get out there. I said, if that would have happened, I'm the type of nigga that would have been like, fuck you, nigga. See, that's what those niggas play that editing game. But yeah, if that nigga had fired me, told me, yeah, Reggie, I don't need your security. What? You don't need my security? Shit, okay. Fuck you, nigga. I'm not no Tupac Shakur groupie. I'm not, nigga. Tupac was one of the homies. You don't let no nigga that's around you every day and stuff talking about he don't want to be with you or something like that, or he don't want you around and stuff like that. All right, nigga, fuck you. Let one of your homeboys come and tell you, nigga, don't come around me no more. I ain't fucking with you no more. You wouldn't say, nigga, fuck you. That's how Reggie Wright talk. Maybe you don't, because maybe you a little buster. I let John tell me I don't want to do no more interviews. Nigga, fuck you, John.
Yeah.
Shit. Man, that's Reggie. All right. Yeah, whatever. Reggie wasn't running. Oh, yeah, you the clown. Get out of here. Get that motherfucker.
What's
Rat.
his name?
Something. He got the right moniker. He called himself Rat something 1970. Yeah. Reggie, why are you? Yeah, him and that Rich. You know what? I don't block motherfuckers. Let them stay their stupid ass there. I ain't like the other motherfuckers be blocking motherfuckers. Hey, Junie. Okay, what up? Why would Suge Knight lie and say you never came to the hospital? I don't know. I don't know where he got that from. Where he got that from, but I know what I did. And so what I don't do? We hiding. Where did I go? I was in a hotel room hiding. Where else the fuck else I'm gonna go?
And didn't Michael Moore say on something that you guys went?
Michael Moore rode to the hospital with me, man. That's what.
Yeah.
But the question would be, because I was out there telling that he was in there fucking. He was in there fucking on a bitch when I walked in the emergency room. If you want to know the real, he was in there having sex. So your boy just got shot up and all that. You got a little scratch on your head, but you in the emergency room having sex. That's why he get mad when I tell that story. But hey, okay, I didn't go to the hospital. What do that do? What do that say? But Michael Moore, who y'all believe that got him shit, but y'all don't believe we rode with the attorney to the hospital. Okay, got you. Got it. Got it. I don't give a fuck if you believe me, Rich. You ain't a motherfucking DA or anything, so I can give a fuck what you believe. Reggie, yeah, I know Little Speedy. He just one of the little youngsters around. Yeah, Speedy was cool. I remember an incident with my boy, Bob Gotti. I gotta get Bob Gotti to come over to tell it. So Speedy was around like we was working on the realest up at Can-Am, like what year was that, John, when I was with True Dad Entertainment and all that?
Oh, that would probably been 2005, 2006, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2000. So Speedy, right before I guess he got arrested with that BMF shit. And so that was probably 2000, yeah. And so Speedy was up there and he was out there, cuz. Said all that. And my boy Gotti grabbed him by his collar and said, nigga, you say cuz around me one more time. Nigga, you ain't walking out of here. I was like, oh, Gotti, he cool. He said, man, nigga, everybody ain't for that cuz shit. I had to pull Gotti off his ass. But yeah, Little Speedy was cool. As soon as he got out of the day, he got on the phone, he called me when he got out, and the realest, the realest. Realest and all of them were cool. I think he's cool with Big C Style. And Big C Style and the realest are like best friends. And so, yeah, but Speedy was cool. I just always laughed about that, Yeah. I'm still waiting for an answer when Suge said crooked ass cops. Okay, Suge done said a lot of stuff. But that's because he was listening to Choke No Joke. But okay, then that just means you don't believe Keefe D. All right, cool. Cool. Keefe D's a passy. Do we sound like a passy now? Do we sound like a fall guy now? All right. Happy birthday to Reggie C. Yep. Hey, Raiders. My birthday before his. My birthday is August the 5th. His is September the 3rd. My daddy's September the 3rd. That was the day my daddy died. Y'all remember that song? Blessings to y'all, Reggie. Sound like you are feeling better. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Getting better, a lot better. Keefe just stupid. Yeah, he's definitely that. He's definitely that. Oh, man, Tupac set up. Oh, John moved the stuff from me, y'all. Reggie's going down with the ship. All right. Yep. I've been saying that since I came on YouTube. One thing about Reggie, if I was guilty of anything, y'all remember how y'all didn't know who the fuck Reggie Wright? Y'all couldn't tell you how a Reggie Wright looked up until about. Y'all keep it real. Y'all be honest. When did y'all know how I look? 2012, maybe the earliest. I think when I did something with Lloyd, with Tata, when I was mad at Suge and called him a snitch. Did y'all ever see me on anything prior to that?
Nope.
Any of y'all remember seeing me before 2012? Okay. So my point is, I would have stayed quiet like that if I had something to do with this shit. I am not Keefe. I am not stupid. By no means. Y'all still wouldn't know who the fuck Reggie Wright was. He would have been a blur to y'all. He would be like Teresa Swan is to y'all, or who else? Who else is out of sight? Kevin Hecky trying to say out of sight now? Man, y'all wouldn't have a clue. A clue. Okay. Are you going to the trial?
Yeah.
I got subpoenaed. I will be. So people always say, Reggie, why you get subpoenaed? Reggie Wright tells the atmosphere of what was going on. I'll be one of the first ones that probably, after some of those detectives, that get called. There's gonna be a bunch of cops, Reggie Wright, Edie, Robert Ladd, a couple of more people that's gonna be testifying. So y'all be looking for my fat ass around the 18th, 19th. I will be on your local. Guess who's got permission? I found out recently who got permission. The judge only gave 2 people permission to
film it?
Yeah, to film it.
Who is it? Court TV?
Court TV, which is owned by, or which owns what? Law and Crime. And so they the only ones that got access to come on the to come on. Hey John, if you get a chance, send Mike Dorsey. See, ask him if he's going to come on and talk for a minute. But if you can send him a link.
So they're the only ones that have access to bring cameras into the courtroom?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they are selling the links, I heard. So if you got a YouTube channel and you want to blow up, go and buy it. Contact Court TV or Law and Crime and see how you can license it. But they're gonna be the only ones that can do it. There's 2 production companies that got permission. I heard that are gonna be there, but they can't film. But they doing documentaries. There's two companies that's doing documentaries.
I'm sure Carpethead's one of them, right?
I'm not sure. They said it wasn't under Martin's Productions or anything.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the first things I asked.
Right.
But I'm sure somebody, yeah. But I think that that's a bad investment for all of them. I really think Keefe gonna take a plea deal before the 19th, 20th, by the 20th, he'll be doing a plea deal. Once he see that, they got all these people that showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Corey Edwards? Do you think he will show up?
That's C-Rag. He's on the subpoena list.
Okay.
Yeah. Him, Dirt Rock. Yeah. I ain't gonna give out. They have until I believe August the 5th to submit their subpoena list. So we'll talk about it after they submit it. Rich, you are a clown. Yep, I agree. Sugar and Orlando wasn't the shoe. Suge said a lot of things, Jesse. 1381. Sugar said a lot of things. He had said Snoop Dogg did it. He had said Reggie and Sharitha did it. He had said Tupac's a lie. He said Crooked Cops did it. This is a game to Sugar, and I don't understand why y'all just don't see that, Sugar just a jokester. He have said his last thing and he ran his bitch ass off the YouTube The last thing that he said was Keefe D and the investigators and the attorney came down there and offered me $1 million to say I wasn't there. I ain't, man. Tell them motherfuckers they better not. Y'all remember that rant? Y'all remember that
I'm
rant?
gonna
Huh?
hit him 6 times,
Oh,
and
yeah,
2
I'll hit him
times.
in the butt. He don't want me in the jail because I don't hit him 6 times. Y'all don't remember shit like that. And then he ran his bitch off. He ain't been on the YouTube since. But yeah, okay. Therapy radio. Hell, how Casino for Life know about Suge and Tupac like you? How? Cause he listens to ourselves and he reads stuff and he just repeats it. Right. That man was not around us. That man was not around us. But hey, I think I tired of hating on other YouTubers, y'all. Cause I understand y'all just y'all don't give a fuck about none of us. Y'all not loyal to none of us. Y'all go for the entertainment. So I look at this now as entertainment. It's not about. I came on YouTube thinking people would want to hear facts and try to hear stories and all that. I was wrong. There's some of y'all. It's 10 or 15% of y'all, like my almighty Trey and DJ Coma and D Block. I ain't seen D Block in a while. Shout out D Block if you're around. B Dash, people like that want to hear. My boy BC Town. There's people that want to hear the facts, but most of y'all just want to be entertained. I got a video coming up tomorrow, 9 a.m. Y'all want some entertainment? Check it out. All I'm gonna say is BG knockout and Dresta gonna be mad. That's all I'm gonna say. That therapy. I'm reading what somebody typed. That video gonna have y'all laughing. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Let's see, we've been on 1 hour and 7 minutes. So we're gonna give y'all about 5 or 10 more minutes and then we're gonna be out of here. We do appreciate y'all that came in.
Yep.
So Junie, at this time and date, you're confirming it was Orlando Epson. No. Only thing I can confirm is that the 4 people that was in the car who actually shot, I can't say. Don't have no idea. I honestly believe Keefe D words when he was under a proffer agreement that if they would have caught him lying, him, his sister, his brothers, and everybody he said he loved would have been facing 25 to life. And so I honestly believe when he was under that pressure, y'all forget, Keefe D signed up to be an informant after that. He went out there to try to wear a wire to set up Von Zip. So yeah. Anyway, Reggie, you done brought all the haters out tonight. Yeah, that's cool. The haters, hey man, I always tell people, and I tell y'all, the haters' view count just as much as the dudes that's here to sit and listen, and the ones that are here to say, "What's up, Reg?" Their views cost it's the same. So, John, I thought I saw a super chat. Did we miss it, or did we get it? Or maybe.
Let me see.
Do you know
No,
a
it was just the
Jason?
member one about
A member? Okay.
Yeah, but that was it.
Have you ever saw an autopsy photo? Have you ever saw? I saw it. But I think y'all gonna see the real one during the trial. Stay tuned. Because it's crazy things that gonna have to be justified. Because that goddamn corner say Tupac was what 6'1", 6'2". I know I'm playing with the conspiracy now. They're gonna have a field day with that. Thinking, oh, I told y'all Tupac's alive. Yeah, okay. Reggie, give a shit. Keefe D grew up together, playing Pop Warner in Compton. Your dad was Compton PD. Did backdoor lines stay open between everyone despite the public game rivalry? Not sure what you mean by backdoor lines. But my father, he was cool with Santana Blocks. Probably was his favorite game. Because he had a great relationship with Turtle. Shout out Turtle. And who else? I guess the Spook Towns would probably B, definitely, Reggie was always cool with the looters because him and Marcus and Cynthia, he look at them, shit. I think he look at them as family. Yeah, shit, yeah. And he get mad when I talk about them, so he look at them as family because him and his mother and they grew up. They had some relationships about the Imperial Courts and the projects. I got to remember, my father grew up in the projects, in Imperial Courts housing projects, and most of the people that went over to Compton came from either the Jordan Downs, Imperial Courts, or what's the Bunny Hunters called? What is the Bunny Hunters project called? Damn, I'm fucking up. I can't even think of the Bunny Hunters projects. But so they all, what is it? Damn, I hate when man, I'm getting old. What is the Bunny Hunter projects called?
Mike Dorsey's on now, Reggie.
Oh, okay. Man, shout out to Mike motherfucking Dorsey, the number one YouTuber with a, what they used to call it, with a star, with rising, kicking our ass, taking all I got them views. Mike, you better stop putting shit up at 9:00 a.m. You took our time. You taking my views away from us. Goddamn Mike
When's a
Dorsey.
good time? Should I put it up at like 1
Nah,
p.m.?
I'm just fucking man. I don't care. We selling Morgan to Morgan right now. We can we get 10 views.
That's
But anyway, shout out Mike. I just
thanks,
brought
guys.
you on. I didn't know if you was listening or not, and I just said, let me get Mike. I know he be doing all this. See if he can add anything. Once again, tell you, great job, you and Greg. I really, Vlad always like pumping his chest, and I'll be honest. I asked the DA that, and he said, yeah, Vlad ain't lying when he said that. Is what his words were. He said Vlad did, I guess, put it on the radar or whatever, his interview. He probably was talking about the book. I don't know what he was talking about. He just said Vlad ain't lying. That's all he said when I asked him that.
Yeah, I mean, the order that things went was the summer of 2017 is when Keefe did his first interview ever, which was BT. And then by February of 2018, that came out.
Yeah.
And I know within months of that, they had reactivated the case because I had already
Correct.
known.
Yeah,
So then
so
it
he
was,
did-
a year and a half later, he goes on Vlad. The thing on Vlad just added a bunch of, fuel to the fire, obviously. And Vlad's
Correct.
interview, that first interview Vlad did was really good. So, yeah, he did
For
a
the
good
old
job.
that don't know who this is, this is Mike Dorsey. This the guy that do all that great work over there on Murder Rap YouTube channel. I always call him Greg Kading's partner. It's not as a partnership like y'all think. So those of y'all don't like Greg, y'all give Mike a chance because they just was he get a lot of his information. They friends, but
Yeah,
Murder
we're
Rap is
friends and creative partners, certainly.
yes, but Murder Rap is mainly all Mike Dorsey, y'all.
Yeah, the channel now is
Yeah.
mainly me. Exactly. Yeah.
Correct. That's
Yep.
all I meant. That's all I meant by
Yeah,
that. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I called Greg the other day and he was like, "Yeah, Reg." I was like, "What the fuck? What you mean, yeah, Reg?" I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay." I said, "What he done heard? I done said." All right. But then the conversation went well. It was something good. Some
Sure.
good news.
For
Yeah.
sure. So do you guys? I assume you guys saw well, you sent it to me. Keefe's interview.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to get your opinion on that. What you think?
I mean, the first bit was, it was hard. I didn't see the video. I just heard the audio, and it was bad
Okay.
audio, because they couldn't mic him up for security reasons. But
Yeah.
it sounded like he said he stopped being involved with like the gang life in 1989.
Yeah, that's what
Which
I said. That was
alone
one
is
thing.
just
I was like, "What?
crazy.
89?" He was a Crip Mac. You remember he said, when I went to Vegas jail, I was a Crip Mac. I was in charge of all the Crips." And then his attorney admitted in open court. He said,
Yeah, what did he call him? The Godfather of
the
Compton or something
Godfather of
like
gangs or
that?
something. Yeah, gang. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, but also just like, okay, then there's all these photographs of him with known Southside Crip associates from the 90s, partying
in
with
the
them,
90s,
obviously his
correct.
nephew. And, but to saying he's done in 89, it's like, okay, then where are these pictures from 94 and 95? If you're not involved anymore, how did Greg Kading build a case against you?
The main thing, you remember what he said?
Almost 20 years later.
He bought 50 Southside Crips for Puffy to that event. You remember
Right.
that concert? He got like
exactly.
50 guys. Yeah. So,
But even
yeah.
just taking away the statements he's made, just looking at his criminal record and the photographic evidence and everything, obviously, it's just a ridiculous claim to
Yeah.
make.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate on that.
Mhm.
When Keefe photos, he looking like a boss, a drug dealer. I wouldn't call him a gang member.
Sure, that's fair.
I would call him
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, I couldn't hear the interview well enough to hear exactly what he was claiming he wasn't anymore. It sounded like he said gang member, and I was like, okay, but also, or is he also saying he wasn't a drug trafficker, or is he saying he was
Yeah.
out of a gang lifestyle and was just purely, I know, splitting hairs, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that was an interesting
And then,
thing that he said.
and then
What
the other big
Hey.
thing was claiming that the interview was scripted, which is just,
yeah, before money was being involved. Money, I mean, the interview in 2008, well, he said it's scripted, but this is what I always say to that. If Greg Cadies wanted him to give him a scripted interview, he would have been scripted a Biggie Small murder
that's always
confession.
the argument. That's what the case that Greg was trying to solve. That's why they did that operation on Keefe in the first place. Was
Exactly.
because all the rumors that were, was one of the leading theories was the Southside Crips kill Biggie. Exactly. I've always said that if he was going to give a, so-called false confession, it would have been to the case that they were actually trying. It's like the conspiracy nuts have two conflicting stories. One, that Greg Kading was there to clear the department of the lawsuit
Yeah.
and not have the city of LA owe $500 million to Big E's estate. Well, if that's
Yeah.
the case, and his whole scheme was to frame, get Keefe framed or to give a false confession, it would have been for that purpose.
Correct.
So the fact that he came in and said that wasn't us, and then confessed to Tupac's, just to me
Yeah.
adds extra credibility to
Correct.
the statement.
And the good thing about and the unfortunate thing about all that is that the jury not supposed to have all seen all of this stuff. But once they hear the audio tapes where Greg and them specifically tell him, lay out everything that they do before they get you to start talking, and the attorney sitting right next to him,
Right.
oh, that's gonna go out the window with non I call them internet nuts, the few, that small percentage that just trollers in the comments. Y'all set it up, y'all did that.
Right.
I don't believe y'all, he's a patsy. Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's the first person ever to take
Thank
part in
you.
framing themselves. It's crazy.
Johnny Cruz, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though. And I think God make a lot of things happen for us to get exposure to things. I didn't know the difference between a proffer and an immunity. And
right.
so if we learn anything from this case, I hope that people out there learn the difference between a proffer agreement and an immunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, God,
Yeah,
for
'cause-
telling me Nickerson Gardens. Yeah. Yeah, but John, you got any questions for my boy Mike? Oh, John must have went.
No, just hearing his reaction to the news about Keefe and obviously the trial starting in a couple days or in a little over a week. So
yeah, jury
there's going to be
selection
so much
August
that's going to
10th.
come out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
They
stuff
said
that I
that's gonna
haven't
go
even
about
heard that's
7.
going to come
I
out.
hear that's gonna go about 7 days. So
Yeah.
y'all don't go. For those of y'all, don't run out there. That's planning on going out there. I wouldn't try to go out there until about the week August the 17th. For those
Right.
of y'all gonna try. Now, Mike, you be doing all this type of stuff. How you think they're gonna do for people getting in there? Have you heard of any procedures they're gonna do for people to go and sit in the audience?
I don't know. I know for the media what they're doing, but I don't know for the general public how they're going to handle that. Obviously there's going to be a ton of public interest.
Correct.
And then, there's going to be influencers that are going to want to get in, obviously, and just members of the public that are interested. I've seen a list of all the media organizations that are, applying to get access to the courtroom.
Yeah.
And then for
they
people
can
that
only
maybe
give so
don't,
much, huh?
exactly, it's not, it's probably not a huge courtroom. So, AP will probably be there. BBC is coming over from England. Like, there's international interest in this trial. And I know Court TV, they've given them the kind of the contract to be the pool
I
video
talked
camera, because
about
they're only
that.
going to allow one camera in. So
Yeah.
Court TV has kind of been given that contract.
Yeah,
to
and
do that.
what Law and Crime? What's their relationship? Court TV and Law and Crime.
I think they're the same company. is what
Okay,
because
gotcha.
I was talking to someone at Law and Crime, and then they connected me with someone at Court TV, and and I think they said that Law and Crime owns Court TV or vice versa. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Let me see what else we can add. Mr. Mike Dorsey while he's over here. Man, those are great interviews you did with the coroner. That particular coroner report.
Yeah, man. So I've known him for years and years, and it was one of those I didn't know what I was going to get really because I had only interviewed him about the Manson case before. And yeah, he was great. He was fantastic. The Michael Jackson thing was just good timing with that documentary coming out.
Oh, got you.
You
Yes.
know, because
Yeah.
that was while he was there. He's just like that was the case. That was
Yeah. That one
madness
got
for
up
him
to
with all the fans.
400,000 views for you, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yep.
Shout out. Shout out. Yeah. Um. Okay. Well. Yeah. We told everybody we ain't gonna keep them on too long. Let's see. Anybody got any questions for Mike Dorsey? Y'all get him because y'all know he do about as many lives as we do.
Yeah, and I can't read the feed, so if there's anything for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
let me
That's,
know.
we'll read it. Me or John will read it to you. You say something? I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that some witnesses are going to be on video. I could see. I could possibly see the demand for Suge Knight might have to come up, and they might allow him to do it on video. But
Yeah,
I could.
you know, and remember they had whack, you know, they whack on
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
video for the bail hearing thing. So
Yeah. Yeah. Michael, are you going to write another book? He didn't write Murder Rap.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've written notebooks.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not responsible. He just did the documentary. You
Right.
know, correct. Yeah. Um, how would all the let's see, how would all these be ignoring if Orlando were still alive? How would all this be going? Well, I don't think
How would all
Keefe,
this
yeah,
be going if Orlando was alive?
I suspect
yeah,
that Keefe, he probably might
with
have
the all.
felt compelled to just do the time and not confessed and just done. You know what I mean? I just don't think I think maybe he would. That would have been a bridge too far
Yeah. This
for
is
him.
another
You know.
thing that most people don't understand about. And Mike, that's what you're doing. I noticed you've been doing a lot of interviews with people. You should try to reach out to Michael Duro. That would be a great one.
So for the record,
Oh,
I have.
okay, gotcha.
I actually sent him a letter. I couldn't find him any other way, so
I
I don't
know
know
his
what.
contact person. His contact person is damn somebody I knew. He had told me. I talked to him, and I can get you glad. Well, call my dad. My dad can get you on the phone
Okay.
with his mama Carrie
Okay.
and see
Yeah.
what Carrie does.
But simultaneously, what I've heard too is that he still has hope that somehow he might get an appeal right someday, right?
Yeah,
And
I heard
somehow
it.
beat his triple LWOP that he got, that triple life sentences that he got. So he's also how much is he going to divulge
Well,
if
he
he
told
still
me.
hopes?
He told me when I talked to him, and Spider Loc was on the phone. He said, "Stay on that bitch ass nigga head, Reg."
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's how he feels about Keefe. Now
Well,
he also,
Keefe implied there's a prison phone interview with Keefe that apparently has been entered into evidence, and I think it's available publicly because a reporter sent it to me
okay.
today. And Keefe in there implies, Keefe thinks everybody snitched on him,
Well,
everybody
you
he's
know
ever
he hates
known
Dirt
has snitched
Rock.
on
You
him,
remember he
and
publicly
Duro
called
was
Dirt
one of the
Rock.
guys I think he
Yeah,
claimed he implied had said something.
correct. Yeah, he did talk bad about Dirt Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean Duro too, though. He
Oh, he
said
did talk.
something. He even implied that Duro. It was hard to understand, but it sounded like he was lumping Duro in with Dirt Rock and Corey, and he accused Win Prince of snitching on him,
Yeah,
and
Prince. Yeah.
he thinks everybody did. Yeah.
Well, on that drug case, I forget how that went, but I do know a couple of them. Who was it to try to set him up? Was it Dirt Rock that tried to set him up?
I
Oh,
believe that's who it was back. I think
yeah,
that was
one
the
of
guy.
them brought the cops to the the by the sheriff.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
was Dirt Rock. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I just find it funny. People just don't know that Keefe Keefe D family, and they always said he's a patsy. He just y'all don't know his sister had a stroke after he confessed to this shit on his
Mm.
on his nephew. She had a mild stroke, which is Orlando Mall.
Right.
They don't talk to this day. And I'm just trying, people always saying he's a patsy. He wouldn't do this to his family if he
Right.
wasn't trying to save his family. Or felt
Right.
in his mind he was trying to save, well, himself first, but even his family and stuff. So,
Right. Greg always said there were family members implicated in the whole
yes.
situation. So, and that was kind of Keefe's defense too, was I was saving my, I think he says that in his book even.
Yeah, he said, I saved my whole family. He said,
Exactly.
I saved my whole community, is the word he said. The
Right. Yeah.
community. And
Right.
I call that my community, my circle
Sure.
of friends.
Yeah. And he's, I don't think he's not wrong. He did. So,
Yeah. I even went down to visit him. Okay, well, shout out to you, Miss Heidi. I don't know why you would want to visit him, but okay. Reggie, have you been keeping up with the Big Hugh situation? Oh man, that's getting ugly, huh?
all right,
Yeah,
guys,
that
I
Big
have to
Hugh.
bounce.
Okay. Appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks for
Appreciate
having
you,
me on.
man.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Talk to
Okay.
you guys later.
Yeah, I'll go support murder out. Yep. They said, Reggie, have you been keeping up with the Big U situation? No. I mean, I've been keeping up. Just I know the same amount that y'all know the shit on the internet. Yeah. KPD is a liar. Yeah. Michael, do you think Jay? Yeah, Michael been around since 1998. Maybe around 1980. Okay, you said something else. Okay. Okay, y'all. So no more questions. Why y'all blocked me? Okay. You still typing, so as obviously you ain't blocked. Motherfucker.
There's just refreshing
Uh,
that. But yeah.
Reggie, why did it take so long for the Donald Byrd sample to get cleared for the Park Song Late Night? The one by Quick? How did you guys get it cleared? I just was putting shit out. My whole thing was let people come at us.
Yeah.
Or do what you do. Give up 100% of the song. But yeah, Late Night. Yeah, DJ Quick did that. Heidi trolling. I didn't know you was a troll, Heidi. Why y'all? Okay. Will a guilty verdict strengthen the case against Diddy? No, Diddy is not going. Let me just say this, y'all. Nothing's going to happen to Diddy on this. On the criminal part. However, don't be surprised if somebody don't sue Diddy criminally. You don't need as much. Y'all know you don't need as much. Much. You only need like 8%, 8 of the juries to convict on a jury trial for a civil case. So the preponderance of evidence is not as strong as it is for a criminal case. So I could see. I don't think what's that boy name? Mopreme is the right person to be doing a lawsuit. I don't mean to be hating on Mopreme and all that, but Mopreme is just what y'all call my daddy go with this new woman. Or, that's all. They are not brothers like y'all think. His mama was having relationships with, and she had a baby, which was Seth, with Mopreme's daddy. He could sue for Seth. But Billy Gordon kids, that might be an issue. But Billy Gordon don't believe it's the government. But if one of Billy Gordon kids has some sense, they might sue on the behalf of their brother. Because they definitely what they call a half brother. They maybe could go after Diddy. That would be the lick. It's for one of Billy Gordon kids to maybe try to go after it. But I don't believe I really don't believe that Mopreme have any rights. I don't believe it. Yeah. Reggie, do you think the Raiders will get Vita no. Vita, who's that? Vita Vali from the Buccaneers. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Okay. But the Raiders gonna be all right, y'all. They ain't gonna be as bad as y'all think because Kirk Cousins gonna do all right. I'm a Kirk Cousins fan, y'all, if he's healthy. But I'm telling y'all now. I'm telling y'all now. I'm a Rams fan. Yeah, yeah. So that's where we at. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut it short. Uh, what do you think would happen if Tupac had survived? If Tupac had survived, he'd probably be some type of actor. I don't believe he'd be able to rap because he only had one lung, y'all. So I think he would have been either like the DOC is, writing for somebody, or two, um, he would be doing some acting. All right. So Bound First, we appreciate y'all coming on. And said a politician, possibly. Yeah. But appreciate y'all coming on. But what type of politician, We know he wouldn't be president because, the white people wouldn't vote that much. He might have been a senator for whatever state he would have been popular in. But shit, we don't even know where that nigga from. Is he from California? Yeah. All right, y'all. So we got to go, though, seriously. And we appreciate y'all jumping on this live. Y'all make sure y'all let those trolls, YouTubers out there know Reggie done already cleared it up. And because y'all know Gap 2 going to be dancing. And y'all know, I knew I was right. Well, I'm glad he's taking his frustration out on Snitch No Joke right now. Y'all don't remember I told y'all about a month ago? I said, those two motherfuckers arguing. Something went down. I said, something going down. I don't know what's going down, but they about to start taking shots at each other. But we'll see. But, man, we appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, y'all.